With Robert Smith. How are you?
Good, hot and getting hotter.
Yeah, it's that's because I'm here, right?
Yeah,
yes.
Exactly.
Yes. You guys have so.
Have you perhaps unknowingly used one of the Kama Sutra positions?
I hope so. It'd be pretty sad if I haven't.
Album, Wild Mood Swings, I believe it started off as an acoustic album, is that right?
Yeah.
And how did it change into a thing?
We plugged in.
Hey, cool.
Tonight, Godlike Genius.
Yeah.
How's it feel?
That sounds every other night.
Is that most double albums in the past have been generally bad because people can't seem to write enough good material for a double album. But there are exceptions, and I think that what we've done is an exception.
I don't know whether we all love, I'm struggling to think whether we all love anything in particular actually. And get the four of us to agree about what we love. Vanilla ice cream, actually you probably wouldn't need that much vanilla ice cream. Chilies maybe. Yeah, hot food.
I look forward to being summery, light-hearted, light-headed, wearing shorts on stage, maybe.
This is like my second wind. What a charming choice of phrase that was.
Yes? You don't like contemporary music, they told me. I read in an interview.
I told you that.
I read that in an interview.
I think Radiohead is an awesome group. Supergrass are pretty good. I like quite a few people. Smashing Pumpkins are really good. I like people. I just don't like it. I never have liked a lot of contemporary music, ever. I like probably 5 bands at any one time that I think are really good. But because I do it, I need something that's like really special to move me, you know, because I like The Cure. So we're neither constantly morose nor constantly happy. We sort of fluctuate wildly between the two, as everyone does, don't they?
I really think that if Jack was a really normal person, he would be like a big The Cure fan.
Do you think? It reminds me of Billy Corgan actually.
Billy Corgan? Well, yeah, in some way.
But Billy's a big Cure fan, so
yeah, Billy's a...
Don't you know that it's worth every treasure on earth to be young at heart? That's it. Yeah. Charts are a reflection of obviously of like a general taste, and I think the general taste is usually pretty vile and it's awful because most people are.
Alright. Like, if I said like, I bless you, it's exactly the same. It's a fucking idiot kind of religion. Royalty and religion are just junk.
You have to be particularly stupid to believe someone like Paul Weller. Similarly, you have to be particularly stupid to believe someone like me. Do you believe me?
At the moment, I've got a really good bunch of people around me who aren't scared of me and who like to tell me when I'm wrong. And I don't believe them, but... Lyrically, yeah, most of it's from direct experience. Some of it is, some of it isn't. Obviously the ones where I drown aren't from direct experience, but...
Because,
You don't really look old enough to me to be playing that long, actually. But...
Oh, how sweet. I am.
I was.
You don't like Hollywood films?
Sometimes they're alright, but generally they're a bit too obvious. There's no depth in them. Well, this is an unfortunate comparison because I dislike them immensely.
Why?
But I just don't like him. I think he's really arrogant, mainly. He's like a professional intellectual. It's like the worst type of person. But I like other groups that have a more melancholic feel to them, like the Cocteau Twins and people like that.
A lot of reality TV on television right now.
Is there?
Yeah. Do you watch any reality TV? I just wanted to know if you did, if you were to be on American Idol right now, how do you think you'd fare?
Do you know, I have no idea what American Idol is.
Really?
I do really.
You do.
I've never watched it. I've never watched the English equivalent either. I think the modern obsession with being famous is lamentable. It's like, if you get well known through doing something that's really good, it's actually like a price you pay. I think it's, you know, I mean, I would never. It is really flattering. It's really, you know, and you can kind of approach it and you think it's really good and like people, but to aspire to what happened today, that's it. That's what you want, is to actually have people taking your photo and just to be famous. It's rubbish. It really is. It's like there's nothing to it. It's a vacuum. It's the satisfaction I get is from making the records and playing the concerts. It's like and what comes with it, if we, you know, because over the years we've kind of got more and more well known, is sometimes it gets in the way. So all those shows that kind of purport to like here's, you know, this is your dream, you should all want to be famous. I despise it, actually. I think it's a nonsense.
One of these gloomy groups, like some of the other English sensitive, serious bands that have come out of late. Would you like to dispel that myth?
Okay. Yeah, it's only here really that we're lumped together with groups who wear black as a
I beg your pardon.
as a profession.
I'm flattered by it, I really am. The difficult part is if it's a band that I don't like. But I never let on.
Yeah, sure. Nice guy, of course.
No, having said that, being serious, I think that anyone that does anything is good. I really do. I've felt that from quite a young age. I fucking hate people who criticise and don't do anything.
Everyone thinks it looks really good as a whole. There are bits that everyone, including me, doesn't really like. I mean, I wanted certain bits, and I sort of saw them in context, and I thought, well, no, that makes me look a bit dumb. But then I am a bit dumb a lot of the time, so I think it's better to keep it in because
There's only 7 X-Cures.
Is there?
Yeah. Aren't there?
I'll sat the research.
Yeah. I mean, they're all split personalities, so it still doesn't count, does it? Why am I up on stage singing? It really does still bother me. If I fucking tweet about it, I'll kill myself. It's absurd. So, I'll leave it up to other people to, who live more interesting lives.
No, I just wondered because it was so funny.
I am RSX when I do it on the Cure.com.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Because I only do that when I get agitated or drunk. So that's why I don't tweet.
All right. Well,
thank you very much, Robert Smith. Este ha sido Robert Smith de The Cure y dentro de poco le veremos en el escenario en MTV Winter. Thank you very much.
What other thing would you like it to be?
I would nothing really.
No.
That's the weird thing because I mean, whatever else I was, even if I was a writer, if I could decide I'd want to be something else, you know, if I had the ability to do something else and enjoy it, I would still pick up a guitar and play. So I'd still end up being a musician, because that's what the thing I enjoy most is making music. So it's weird, really. I mean, I'd like to be an astronomer. Actually,
really?
I'd like to have a huge, like a seriously big telescope at my disposal.
Do you like the universe and the stars?
I've had a telescope for about 15 years now. It's like my one hobby is astronomy. But in my other life, away from the group, I am told what to do a lot. At home, you know, I have to help out and stuff. I don't pick the colour scheme for the curtains. I live in a house that's entirely decorated by someone else, so it means I'm not a control freak. And I used to think it's got to be one or the other. Like I said, you know, the two can't, you know, it's like antimatter and matter. They can't exist in the same world. And now I think it's pretty easy. I don't think I've ever sunbathed, actually. I'm naturally really hot. I'm actually a couple of degrees hotter than I should be. There's something terribly wrong with me, I think. But so when it's really hot, I get very, very uncomfortable. Yeah. So lying in the sun for me would be a slightly insane thing to do, actually. So I'd probably combust. Well, I don't mind sun, but I wouldn't seek out the sun. I don't not go out if it's sunny. But I don't actually go on holiday to like sunbathe. Yeah.
I only buy guitars because of what they look like. I'm terrible. I'm not really a guitarist. I'm sort of just like that. But generally, like old guitars that look good usually have such a great distinctive sound. But, you know.
I do occasionally go on holiday, but I usually go to places that are green and mountainous, or both. I would like to save all the photos that I've got, but it would, I'd burn to death. So I'd probably save my wedding album photos. Oh. And then, thirdly, I don't know really. There isn't a third thing. Really.
Mary.
Oh, is she in the house?
She's in the house.
Oh, so you can tell me that. She's standing out in the garden laughing.
I just made it up.
Journalists always want you to say the next nasty thing. I don't.
No. Good, because I'm not going to.
No, I know, you're not going to do anything. You're not drunk. No. That's why. After touring this record, what's...
It's over, you know.
How many concerts The Cure play in during the year?
How many?
How many?
What, since we started? Too old to be alternative, too alternative to be old. The Cure isn't a religion. I think that we have very devoted fans. I think that's slightly different. Maybe we're like a cult more than a religion. With a mad leader. It's like, right.
I wear the same clothes year after year, so the only way I know the difference is like saying, oh, it must be 1987, look at the guitar I'm playing.
Funny. All right. Well, in listening to.
Now that it's like a trademark, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Well, I mean, I'm looking like this because we're doing something. I put on makeup because it makes me feel different. In fact, it is like a character. I become slightly different, and I feel more able. If I wasn't wearing makeup and I didn't look like this, I wouldn't be able to walk out on stage. I just wouldn't be able to do it. I'd feel too self-conscious.
Very quick fire questions, just that I wrote earlier, okay? What would you say was your principal default?
My inability to respond quickly to quick-fire questions.
It would be stupid to, like, if we did this set tomorrow night, it'd be like a horrible Groundhog Day moment. I'd be like, I thought I sang well tonight. If I say so myself.
It was fantastic. I was listening to it all.
And it's me that's pushing for the doomier, gloomier songs all the time.
Excited as I am?
By the sounds of it, no.
Oh no! What are we gonna do?
I'm sure we'll get there eventually. It's a bit early, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess it is. Maybe we just need a few drinks.
God forbid.
Been like since birth, and so I have to thank you on behalf of all.
Subsumed into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame despite all our best attempts. You just can't win, can you? And it was my first McDonald's in 5 years. They were astonished. One of the crew had had 3 McDonald's that day. So it's like,
What did you have? Did you like it?
I ordered the one that was like the New York thing, so I didn't have to eat that fucking horrible bun. It's like a toasted bagel, so it wasn't. It was almost not a McDonald's. It's like it's still vile though. Like if I ever accepted it, I'm never going to get one. But I would honestly cut off my own hands before I get it, because how dare they presume that they could give me an honour? I'm much better than them. They've never done anything. They're fucking idiots. I should be king. And we've done at least 3 hours on 4 of them. So I just want to keep singing. You know, in fact, I feel like Elvis. Hey, I was supposed to say, I'm Robert from The Cure. We are coming to Santiago. You should come and see us. And then I'm supposed to say, it's Friday, I'm in love, or you want to get close to me, or love comes. Yeah. Just come to the concert. It'll be really good. Welcome to a night full of music and despair.
No, I don't know.
What kind of fucking
No.
tagline is that?
Is that
the title of the programme?
I can tell you
It's a
one
great
thing.
idea. Next. Welcome to a night of music and despair. It doesn't work.
No.
It seems that it hasn't changed that much since like all over the years. Do you feel the same?
That's because I've looked after myself so well. I have no idea why it hasn't gone yet. It will one day. It will disappear. I know it. You know.
But it's really.
But the secret, I think, it is in a strange way. It's a mental thing.
Okay.
I'm taken back to like 1982. Brief, for 6 minutes, I'm living a life. It's an odd feeling. It really is. It's a very weird part of what I do. But if I ignore that, if I try and modernise the song, it will lose everything. I just know it will. So I try and engage with my younger self inside my head and sing it as it should be sung. But I would hate to live like that. That's why we don't play very often. I would go fucking mental, actually. But I have this voice, and I don't want to ruin it. I don't want to, like in 5 years' time, so I'd like dodder on stage, go, boys, don't cry. It'd be fucking awful. It's like, I can't, I've always promised myself that I would know when I should stop. And, the end is obviously a lot closer than it used to be. I think when I don't feel I can sing as I want to sing, that's when I'll stop. So outside of music, my heroes are kind of most of my brothers-in-law are in the services. They're either like at the ambulance service or the police service or the fire service, and I know it sounds kind of trite, but I really admire what they do, because in the UK, as I'm sure is true probably throughout Europe, they don't get paid enough
for the job that they do. It's sickening, really, how much I get paid and how much they get paid. And I spend the entire time having fun, and they kind of like do a really serious job. It's like, it's why I'm getting serious, but it's one of those, you know, it's an unfortunate thing, I suppose. But the passion that they've got for you know, of selflessness, I think, and that with most of the people that they work with that I've met when I go out for a drink, it amazes me that they keep going, doing what they're doing. So people like that are my heroes.
That life takes place outside of this environment. This is so fucking unreal to me. This is not my life. I feel dreadfully uncomfortable doing this. I really do. I'm not, you know, I'm not a shy person, but this is fucking mental. That's just talking junk to a room full of people. I'm not that kind of entertainer. The idea that our lives just follow this path, which is the cure, this is for everyone in the group. It's not true. It's like there are so many things happen, you know. Like people fall ill, families fall ill, and people die, and you kind of think, none of that's in public because we're not that kind of group, but these things have to be addressed, you know. It's like I live a life outside of the cure.